Here we go. Hey, good afternoon, everyone. My name is John Hurley. I'm your judge. We are in first appearance court. Today is the day the court determines whether or not there is probable cause for your arrest. We're not here for a trial, so you don't need to tell us your side of the story. You don't need to explain yourself, defend yourself. Not for today. Save that for your attorney. You have the right to remain silent. Utilize that right at all times, but if you give up the right to remain silent, begin to tell us about your case. Make any excuses, make any clarifications, whatever you say will be used against you. Everything's being recorded. Also, if you have a private attorney, when you're called up, let me know who that is. We'll reach out and try to get your attorney in here. Now, let me call some people out of turn. Robert Miller. Robert Miller, sir, municipal ordinance. Sexual activity under the pier up in Deerfield. And State, well, let me ask. This is City of Papa.
Can you come in? I can't hear.
Gentleman in the dark suit in the middle there, that's your attorney.
You never even met him.
Okay. Have a seat, Miller. We'll call you back. What about Devin Capretta?
I would like to plead no contest.
All right, well, have a seat and we'll talk to you about that in a few minutes.
Oh, okay.
I've had a chance to speak with Capretta and Falconer.
Where's Capretta?
He was just there. He wants to resolve it. They're offered time served.
Where's Capretta? Devin Capretta. All right. Sean Falconer.
I've had a chance to speak over there with the gentleman. He wants to resolve his cases. Both of them, the city has offered withhold.
I played no contest.
I understand. Mr. Falconer, are you currently employed?
I do odd jobs here and there, Your Honor.
Do you have any money in the bank?
No, sir.
All right. Do you own land or property?
No, sir.
Do you have any way to hire your own attorney?
No, sir.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to appoint Mr. McLawrence's law firm, but we have Mr. Atria as an assistant standing in today.
Correct.
On your behalf, I understand that Mr. Atria spoke to you about this matter. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
And he suggests you should plead this case out and receive withheld adjudications on both. Is that what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand if you plead no contest on your two cases, they're both over with today. There'll be no trial. You're not going to come back for court. It's wrapped up right now. Is that what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. How do you plead to two charges of open containers of alcohol? How do you plead?
No contest.
Okay, I'll accept that or withhold adjudication on both, and I sign the orders appointing.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
How about,
Thank you, sir.
let's see here. You on any other?
Judge, there's an April Vasturo.
April Vasturo.
She was not in at the moment.
She's up in North Broward.
Okay.
North Broward, Your Honor.
Ms. Vasturo, you're here for a felony possession of PVP, which is also known as Flocka. Count 2, possession of alprazolam. Count 3, prostitution. So now, count 4 is also a prostitution, which is a warrant for your arrest. Ma'am, let me ask you, are you currently employed?
No.
Do you have money in the bank, Ms. Vasturo?
No, sir.
Do you own land or property anywhere?
No, sir.
Do you have any income of any type?
No, sir.
Okay. Do you have any money to hire your own attorney?
No.
Ma'am, I'm going to appoint on count 4 Mr. McLawrence to represent you. And then I suppose the public defender is going to represent her on count 1, 2, and 3, correct?
She's on page 10 from the morning.
Yeah.
Is that a capias you're talking about on count 4?
Yeah, look.
Is that a capias?
Yep.
I'm already on that. Mr. Shake's on it. That's what I brought him.
11370 page?
Yes, that's it.
Okay,
so
so
there you go. Delete that order
delete.
for Mr. McLaurin.
So, Mr. Shake, you're on it. I'm just going to leave the bonds where they are, all right? Ma'am, your bond today is going to be $2,800. Thank you. Okay. Now,
Did they find Capretta in Maine?
hold on, do we have Capretta at Maine?
Mike?
Stand by. Who is it again? I'm sorry.
Capretta.
Capretta?
Devin.
11 from the morning. 11 from this morning.
Yes, correct.
1 second, Judge.
Okay.
You got one more Capretta.
Judge, they'll bring her down if you can just give us a few minutes.
It's a man.
I'm sorry, they'll bring him down.
Okay. So we'll put that on. Now, how about Mr. Shake? You want to pop up real quick?
Sure, then on the...
Joan Danielson. Joan Danielson.
Danielson?
Arrested along with Mr. Miller. Okay, Ms. Danielson, you're
There's
charged
the guy.
with municipal
Yes, the
ordinance
guy.
engaging in certain activity under the pier up in Deerfield, allegedly being witnessed by children and people at the at the beach.
Don't say
up
anything,
there.
ma'am.
So, now, Steve, do you know? Does she have any? Are you standing in for Deerfield?
Judge, I'll stand in for Deerfield.
Do you know if she's got any?
I don't. Maybe Mr. Linder can help me out.
Allegedly under the influence of alcohol at about
No, it isn't.
I just need
No,
a
sir.
PCCN number.
Is this Joan?
55. It is 36194.
Oh, okay. Judge, on both of them, it's just based on the facts of the case. Mr. Miller and her just to withhold notice of time served.
Let me just find out, make sure there's no.
She had a 2013, this is just out of Broward, disorderly intoxication, resisting without violence, and 2009
Not me.
TV battery. I don't know what happened with it though.
Let me ask you, ma'am, can you afford an attorney?
Unless that is true about me. I don't even know this.
Let's just talk about something else. Can you afford an attorney?
No,
Are you working?
no,
Do you have money in the bank?
no, I get a check.
You get a check? What kind of check?
Exercise.
Okay. Well, I'm going to appoint an attorney right here in court for you, Mr. Shate. Mr. Shate, will you help her out today?
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Shate, I don't know. The offers are withheld in adjudication.
Courthouse.
What do you suggest, sir?
Ms. Danielson, do you understand that if you accept this offer, you'll be getting out of jail today, but you would be admitting that you did this?
Yes.
You do understand you're admitting to this?
I got a Steve Shate.
If I get out of jail, yes.
Okay, and you'd like to admit that and get out of jail today?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Ma'am, how do you plead to this charge?
Guilty.
Okay, you understand we're not going to have a trial. The case is over with today, right?
Yes.
All right, ma'am, stay away from the underside of the pier up in Deerfield, all right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, all right, thank you. You probably not have any contact with Mr. Miller for a week. Probably a good idea.
Yeah, okay.
There you go.
All right, I'll get it.
All right. How about Mr. Robert Miller?
Main jail.
Mr. Miller?
Right here, sir.
Sir?
Yes, sir.
You just
Good
talked to
afternoon.
Ms. Danielson. Sir, you know what you're charged with. Municipal ordinance for engaging in certain activity under the pier up in Deerfield.
Yes, sir.
Sir, do you have any money in the bank?
So he can tell her.
Pardon me?
Do you have money in the bank?
No, I don't. I get I'm 62, so I get a retirement check on the 1st.
What are you retired from?
No.
He can tell her where she can.
I'm old. I'm 62 years old. Oh, you mean what was my job?
Yes.
What you used to do?
Oh, I was a painter.
Okay, do you have any money in the bank?
No, I don't.
Do you own land or property here in Broward?
No, I don't.
Sir, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give you an attorney, a public defender today, a special public defender, to help you through this. Now, does he have any priors? Let me give you his PCCM.
Yeah.
659942.
Your Honor, I can't enter a plea of no contest and just...
Hold on, sir.
I'd like
Give me a
to...
moment, sir. I need to...
He was arrested 4 days prior to this incident. KPS on unlawful assembly. He pled out. Time served.
Wow, second arrest in about a week, sir.
October
Yes, I know.
of
But
last year. Open container, resisting without violence, multiple KPSs, lodging, unlawful assembly, unenforced instrument, grand theft.
How much you want to bet that unlawful assembly is right at, well... no,
It's
maybe
Deerfield.
not. I was thinking it was at Briny Pub. Maybe
I
not.
think for some reason I suspect it might have more to do with there was a charge at the bridge. I don't know if that has more to do with it because unlawful assembly usually do trespassing for like public businesses or whatnot.
Yeah. All right.
But those basically those charges.
It may, that's what the statute says. For
I resolved all
Instead
those.
of like Fort Lauderdale says trespass.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe.
I resolved all those charges.
Yeah, trespass.
Don't say anything, Mr. Miller.
Trespass last year.
I'm going to appoint Mr. Shade to represent you, sir. I'm going to raise your bond to $100. It's your second arrest in a week. You can bond out. Thank you.
And when's my next court date?
I'm not quite sure.
I'll try to get you a court date as quickly as possible, sir.
Pardon me?
I'm going to try to get you a court date as quickly as possible, okay?
So I'm going back to jail, is what you're telling me?
Correct.
You're already in jail. You're not going to get out.
On a misdemeanor. I don't have the matter.
Okay, so let me look here. Moving right along.
Michael Fabarek.
Capretta's here.
Okay, where's Capretta? Sure.
Oh, that's you.
How are you, my honor?
Mr. Capretta, you're here for violating a municipal ordinance. It says right here that
I'm showing you
we're sleeping on a municipal beach, Fort Lauderdale, and we have the city of Fort Lauderdale. Go. Are you going to stand in?
I'm going to stand in Andrew Laney, City of Hollywood Attorney's Office, standing in for the City of Fort Lauderdale, Your Honor.
Ask, does this gentleman have any criminal record?
Just leave the BCCM.
851449. Mr. Capretta, how long have you been in South Florida?
About a year.
And, all right, where are you from?
Originally New Jersey.
And what'd you come to South Florida for?
Rehab.
And now you're homeless, right?
Correct.
How long have you been homeless?
Since about February.
How long?
February.
Okay. Does your family, you have family up in New Jersey?
Yes.
Do they know you're homeless down here?
Yes.
Have they tried to get you back to New Jersey?
No.
Third arrest since mid-April. In April 15th, it was a Capias sleeping on the beaches. He pled it out. About 4 days prior to this, he picked up an open container, pled that out, and now this.
Your Honor, the offer conveyed to me by Fort Lauderdale is a adjudication court cost. Credit time served.
All right, let me ask you, did you have a chance to speak with this man?
Judge, they just brought him in. I had someone over in the main jail. I thought may have relayed that offer to him because I had received that from the city before Mr. Capretta arrived.
I'm going to appoint Mr.
Lawrence? Thank you, Judge.
I'm going to appoint an attorney for this hearing for you, all right? Let me ask you, Mr. Capretta, and I'm asking you this out of concern for you, but let's say I let you out of jail today. Are you going to do anything to turn this around? I don't want to see you keep getting arrested. I mean, your family doesn't want to help you get back to New Jersey. You're sleeping on the beach down here. I don't see that you, I mean, do you have any plan to get out of this,
Well, Your Honor, July 1st, I have a friend who's helping me. He's getting me insurance and then sending me to a treatment program. And I think after this, I'm going to be going to, I'm going to try to do the 12-step meetings. And hopefully someone there will help me out, get me off the street.
Well, would your family want to send you a bus ticket to get home?
I wish they would,
Have you
but I have
talked to
nowhere
them
in jail.
about
They
it?
don't want me home.
They don't want you back?
Not recently, no. Not recently, no.
Wow. All right, so, all right, you want to plead this out right now?
Yeah, no contest.
All right, Mr. Atria, what do you think about this? He wants to work it out.
I think if it's his choice, Your Honor, we should honor that.
Okay. Sir, you understand you plead no contest, case is over with today. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, have you tried to go to a shelter?
No, but do you guys have a pamphlet at the places? I don't know where they are.
I wish we were more organized than that, but no, we don't. I wish we did.
Judge, if he's getting out today, there's usually somebody who works at the exit of the main jail.
Right.
Maybe they can grab one of his pamphlets and just give it to him
Okay.
when he leaves.
Yeah, sir, ask when you're on your way out of jail. Somebody will help you, all right?
Re-entry motion.
All right, thank you.
Okay, so you plead no contest, am I correct, sir?
Yes,
Okay, I'll withhold adjudication. Thank you.
thank you.
And you appointed Mr. Barar, Your Honor?
Yeah.
Thank you, Judge.
So,
See ya.
okay, now,
Question for you real quick.
how about Brian Nicholson? I think that's Deerfield?
It's Oakland Park, Your Honor.
Oakland Park?
Good evening.
Mr. Nicholson, I think you've been in here quite a few times, as I recall, for the same type of thing. State,
It's the same warrant that I was on here before.
sure,
It's just still in the system.
right. State 789826.
Yeah. What's your name?
Right, yeah.
He was arrested mid-May last month on a commercial use of state right-of-way. Got time served. And got arrested a week before that. On the same capias he's here on today, he got ROR'd again.
For what?
The same exact case he's here on today.
Okay.
Yeah, I got time served on that. Well,
September of last year, a theft. He got time served.
Right.
2013, possession of cocaine, capias.
Sir, are you currently employed?
no, sir.
Do you have money in the bank?
No, sir. Homeless.
Okay. Do you represent Oakland Park? No one does, right?
Every time I go to court, I have the same problem.
When I was incarcerated. When I was incarcerated last time, that time served was supposed to be for both of them, the warrant and...
Sir, would you like to plead no contest to this case right now?
Sure.
You understand we're not going to have a trial, you're not going to have your day in court. I've got an attorney in court. If you need to ask any questions, do you need to talk to him before you plead out?
No.
Okay, how do you plead to panhandling, sir?
No contest.
Okay, I'll withhold adjudication. Good luck. Thank you. Okay.
What's that mean? Get out?
John McKen.
What, it'll be all over?
John McKen.
Yes, Your Honor.
Hi, sir. Trespassing, count 1. Count 2 is a warrant on a municipal ordinance case for open container of alcohol. And it has here that you are sleeping behind the dumpster of a shopping center where they've told you not to return, and it said you were under the influence of alcohol. So, all right, State, when was the last time McKen was through here? You want his BCC in?
Yes, please.
679848.
Last time in was June 1st.
What was that for?
was for municipal ordinance, urinating in public, resisting without violence. He pled out to time served. Before that was March 2012.
All right, so this is, which city is this?
It's Deerfield, Your Honor. I can stand in for Deerfield. The offer, I believe, the Deerfield attorney would convey as a withhold court costs.
Okay, Mr. All right, sir, do you have any money in the bank, McKen?
No, sir.
Are you working?
I'm not right now because I got the cataracts real bad.
All right. Who's gonna? Okay.
I'm waiting for my disability insurance so I can get the insurance to get the operation.
All right, McKen. Would you like to? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna appoint Mr. Shade. All right, Mr. Shade. So Mr. McKen wants to work out count 2, and count 1 is a state charge. I just assume give him withheld adjudication. So, sir, how do you feel about that, Mr. Shade?
That's fine, Judge.
Okay, sir, if you plead no contest, both your charges will be over with today. Count 1 and count 2.
Yes, I plead.
Okay?
If I plead no contest.
Do you understand we're not going to have a trial? They're both resolved right now. Do you understand that?
Okay.
Is that clear?
I kind of understand it, yes.
If you plead no contest, trespassing is over with today, and drinking in public is over with today. The cases are closed out.
I'll plead no contest.
Okay. I'll accept that or withhold adjudication on both, okay?
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Now,
That's it, you're done.
how about
You'll be out today. You'll be out today, the cases are over.
Yes, no.
Patrick Pancost?
Good luck to you.
Your Honor, Andrew Lane, City Attorney's Office. Mr. Pancost is constantly here. He's a constant violator. My offer is 20 days Broward County Jail per count. There's 2 counts. So that'd be 40 days Broward County Jail.
Okay. Ms. Hollywood, you represent Hollywood, am I correct?
Yes, sir.
I'm sure Mr. Shade has represented him in the past.
I have.
Is he, Mr. Pancost, have Mr. Shade over here. I've appointed him to represent you in the past. All right, I'm going to appoint him today, okay, Mr. Pancost?
Oh, really?
Mr. Pancost,
He's got a really bad one.
I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you. Do you understand?
The
The
bailiff
judge
will
is
have
going to
to...
appoint an attorney to represent you.
How much time have I got?
Well, they're going to talk about it, okay?
Okay, Judge Hurley, I was in here.
Do you understand that they're going to appoint an attorney?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was, Your Honor, I was in here. I was arrested Friday. I came to court Saturday. The thing is, I caught melanoma cancer. I've been operated on twice last week. And my follow-up date was today. That's why I said no to the 10 days, which I shouldn't have.
Fine. Your bond's $200. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, I think that's it. Am I correct?
Cynthia Carrasco? Cynthia Carrasco? That looks like it, Your Honor. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful afternoon.
Judge, are you going to be doing?
Judge, on that last case, the city was appointed, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Are you going to be here in the minute, not in the minute, or?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe?
And Carrasco, he just moved along because she's got, from this morning, she's got a no bond felony case.
Raul Salic.
No, just Flocka.
Judge, can we get a medical screen for the last gentleman, Mr. Pancost? Just because he was complaining about the neck.
And she picked up a new cocaine charge, too. So.
He's got a host of different things.
No plea today. He's just going to tell you what you're charged with and what the bond amount is. Okay.
Raul Salic. Sir, you are charged with domestic battery. Court finds probable cause. I've been told by this prosecutor before we started, you've been convicted of theft in 2008 from Alabama. In Miami, 2011, you were arrested for domestic battery, aggravated battery. They were dropped. You were convicted of trespassing, 2 disorderly conducts in 2011, 2007 trespassing, theft, 2005 cocaine. Now, that being said, did you have any contact with the alleged victim? No?
Your Honor, if I may, regarding probable cause, this is on the domestic violence portion of the docket. In reading the probable cause, there's no sort of, I guess, mention, or one doesn't exist as far as a family relationship between Mr. Salazar and the alleged victim, or any sort of intimate relationship. They're simply roommates. I do not believe this falls within the domestic violence statute. This should be a misdemeanor battery, and we should be starting from the point as far as the convenience bond of $1,000, Your Honor.
I don't think it is. Doesn't look like it's familial or.
No, it should be just a simple battery.
Mr. Barrick, anything you'd like to add to that?
Judge, I can tell the court that he's lived here for 3 years, that he's single, he has no children, but he does have a construction job that he works at. He indicated that he doesn't have he has no money at this time to post bond.
Pay $200 for the rent.
Okay. So the court's going to set your bond today at $4,500 based on the facts of the case, the level of violence, your criminal record. The court will order that you have no contact with Lucero Hoyas. Do not contact her directly or indirectly. Stay 500 feet from her at all times. That's where she lives, works, goes to school, anywhere in between. You're not allowed to possess guns, firearms, or ammunition while you're on release. You're not allowed to consume alcoholic beverages while you are out. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Judge. $450 to a bond, $4,500. Okay. And no contact.
Santiago Rodriguez.
Then you'll be here until the charge gets resolved. Or Judge, he's going to hire private counsel.
Mr. Rodriguez, you've been charged with domestic battery. The court finds probable cause and does note earlier this year, the same victim had a domestic battery case on you. That was dropped. So this is your second arrest this year for domestic battery on David Smith. Now, did you have contact with Mr. Smith?
I did. He's not afraid for his safety and actually is asking the court not to give him a no contact.
I understand. Mr. Rodriguez, are you currently employed?
Yes, sir.
What type of work do you do?
I work for American Airlines.
What do you do there?
I'm a flight attendant.
How long have you been with that company?
Since '98.
Do you have any money in the bank?
Not much, no, sir.
Do you own your own? House?
I have a condo, yes.
Okay. And who's going to help bond you out today, sir?
A bail bondsman, I guess.
Okay. Sir, it said you'd been drinking, pulled the victim by the back of the neck down the stairs onto the ground, kicked him a few times in the torso. He had blood dripping from his ear and a bruise on his face to the right of his nose. He had an abrasion on his arm. So the court's going to set your bond today at $7,500 based on this being your second time this year you've been arrested for allegedly abusing Mr. Smith. I'm going to order no contact with David Smith. Don't call him, text him, email him. Stay 500 feet from him at all times. That is where he lives, works, goes to school, anywhere in between. You're not allowed to possess any guns, any weapons, any firearms while you're on release. Thank you. Now see Joey Willingham. Sir, you are charged with a robbery, count 1, count 2, domestic battery, count 3, criminal mischief. Court finds probable cause. The court had found out your criminal record before we started today. 2014, violating an injunction, resisting arrest. 2011, domestic battery on the same alleged victim, Shavante Richardson. 2007, a burglary and a grand theft. Now the court...
Judge,
go ahead, sir.
I was just going to say, just so the court knows, he indicated to me prior that the prior incidents with the victim, the same victim, the victim lied, and that's why the charges were dropped. He didn't. He just wanted the court to be aware it was because of her lies that those charges got dropped.
Okay.
Does that mean she was telling the truth in the ones that he pled out against her?
But, State, do you have...
Yes, she does want to press charges, and she wants a restraining order not only for her, but for kids too.
Okay, Mr. Rivera, do you have anything you'd like to say about this defendant?
Judge, I can tell you that he has ties to the community. His family lives here. They said that they would try and help him as best they can. He's lived here for 27 years. He's single. He has 2 children that are aged 2 and 4. He has no money in the bank right now, but he does currently work at the Sunrise Auto Mall.
Sir, it says you came up from behind her, pushed her to the ground, grabbed her by the hair, slapped her with your hand, open hand, allegedly snatched her cell phone from her, her wallet, and it says right here you jumped on the hood of her vehicle, punched the windshield, causing the windshield to shatter, causing about $500 worth of damage. Said you have 2 children in common. So, sir, based on the level of violence, your criminal record, and domestic batteries on the same person, you have a prior violation of injunction also. So the court's going to set your bond on the robbery, count 1, $2,500. Count 2, the battery, the court's going to set that bond at $7,500. You do have a prior domestic battery on the same person. Criminal mischief at $500. Your total bond today is going to be $10,500. And the court will order that you have no contact directly or indirectly with Shavante Richardson. Do not call her, text her, email her, stay 500 feet from her at all times. That's where she lives, works, goes to school, anywhere in between. You're not allowed to possess any guns, any weapons, any firearms while you're on release. Thank you. Missy Aaron Konworski. That should just remain.
Yeah.
Sir, count 1's $5,000 on violating an injunction, and count 3 is a bond surrender of $5,000 on a felony battery. Thank you. How about Richard Brenneman? Richard Brenneman. Sir, out-of-county hold, out-of-state hold, that's a no-bond hold. You want it out of Marion County, I'm not sure where that is.
Indianapolis, Indiana.
Thank you. How about Pitrona, Gordon, Desalin Nelson, Pitrona.
I show him at the women's facility. Paul Ryan.
Okay, ma'am, could you take a step, Miss Pitrona, Gordon, to your left? They're right there, that's good. Ma'am, count 1 is petty theft. Count 2, you're on probation for grand theft. So I'm going to set your bond on count 1 at $25,000, 2, no bond, violation of probation. Thank you. How about Desalin Nelson?
North Broward.
Ms. Nelson, carrying a electronic weapon. Count 1, possession of flak, also known as PVP. Count 2, that bond's $1,000. Count 3, probation violation. You're on probation for a felony controlled substance case. Then count 3 and 4 traffic tickets. So total bond today is going to be $1,000 plus no bond. Thank you. How about Chrysler?
Bonded.
Got it. How about Brett Parks?
Bonded.
How about Oswaldo Aosta Mania?
It's on his way up.
Sir, you're charged with trespassing. Court finds probable cause. Steve, do we have any prayers on Aosta Mania? Mr. Aosta
Yes.
Mania, are you currently employed?
Do you work?
No.
He needs a Spanish interpreter, Judge.
All right. Siete se, por favor. Does he have any priors?
Yes.
What happened with this one? Skipped it?
One moment, Judge. Okay. Trespass that he pled out April 22nd, and a theft from last year that he pled out April 6th of this year.
Your Honor, on the record, you'll go over his priors with him, correct? Thank you.
Larry Alzate.
Judge, if possible, he'd like to resolve the case today.
All right, Larry Alzate. Sir, resisting arrest. Court finds probable cause.
Your Honor, as far as probable cause, I believe from what I can see in the probable cause affidavit, 3 people were speaking, probably rather loudly. There's nothing in the probable cause affidavit to support that anyone actually called the police. Any of these people felt threatened or anything like that. So at this point, I do not see a legal duty for an officer to tell 3 people who are speaking to basically stop in their actions. So I would just say, as far as probable cause, there is no legal duty when he was actually approaching these gentlemen, so it couldn't be resisting, Your Honor.
It doesn't say they were speaking. It says they were arguing to the point where they were causing a disturbance, which certainly an officer is allowed to investigate. And
maybe it should have been a disorderly conduct. I don't know.
well, no, at that point, I mean, the other reason, nothing happened to the other 2. They listened, they stopped, the officer was looking into it. He wanted to keep going, and
Sir, do you still live on Washington Street in Hollywood?
Yes, yes, sir.
All right. Does he have any priors?
showing that he's got a drug and assault and battery arrest out of Massachusetts, 2008, 2012. I don't have a disposition. He's got a warrant for Miami-Dade County pickup only on a traffic offense from
So your bond's
2010.
$100. Thank you. How about Meredith Johnson, Jason Bellows,
I'm not
and
jail.
Xavier Johnson?
Only thing I'll say.
So you want post bond?
What about Johnson? Curtis? Sir, burglary of a conveyance, finds probable cause. Sir, I found out you have a 2008 burglary of a dwelling, grand theft, and 2003 giving a false name. Now, Mr. Faberich, anything you want to add?
Judge, on Mr. Johnson's case, he's lived here all of his life. He's married. He doesn't have any kids. He has some money in the bank, but not a lot. He said that he works as a mover, and that he does have family here.
Okay. Allegedly,
Judge, he also indicated, I didn't have a chance to read the PC, but he also indicated that I guess the victim was his roommate.
ex-roommate, allegedly a witness, positively identified the defendant as the person she saw going to the victim's vehicle. Defendant admitted to being in the victim's vehicle. And, all right. Sir, the court today is going to set your bond on this matter. Burglary of a conveyance. With the prior burglary, the court's going to set your bond today at $3,500. And you can bond out of jail. Thank you. How about Jason Bellows?
No victim contact, please.
No contact with the alleged victim. Thank you. Jason Bellows? Bonded? Mr. Bellows bonded?
He bonded, Judge.
Xavier Johnson?
You go to court on the 17th, which is 2 days from
Petty
now,
theft.
Wednesday.
Sir, count 1. Count 2, you're on probation right now for burglary. Count 1's 102, no bond. Violation of probation. Thank you. How about Darius Haven? Robert Ostricker. Haven? Darius Haven. Sir, you're here for a license suspended.
You go to court on the 17th in 2 days on Wednesday. Okay, for
Give me a
the
moment, sir. Sir, count 1's 100, 3 and 4, no bond. Thank you. How about Robert Ostricker?
Your Honor, if I could
be advised of what he's been charged with.
Thank
Count
you.
1, battery on a police officer, firefighter. Count 2, resisting arrest. Go ahead, sir.
As to probable cause, one of the elements is unlawful touching, Your Honor. Here in the probable cause affidavit, someone could describe his conduct to be as simply patting an officer on the back.
Right.
I mean, do we have to get permission to every sort of touching? If someone like moves to shake someone's hand, now can someone just claim, oh, wait, that's a battery? I'm just thinking.
I think there is actually, there is, and I actually saw this on the bar exam, that there's what is called socially acceptable touching, which is not requested and not understood that the person agreed to it. An example would be people getting into a packed subway. People are going to bump into each other, but it's socially understandable and acceptable that people will bump into each other in a subway, so those are not a bunch of batteries that happen in the subway. But the question is, a police officer investigating a potential crime, is it socially acceptable or permissible to somebody put their hand on a police officer? You know, probably not.
Well, Your Honor, I would say.
Anyway, I think it would be a jury. It'd be a fact for the jury to consider, I would think.
Regarding as far as the de minimis contact, the officer never describes as far as the amount of force which was used. I look at it, I could simply say, and I'm speculating, I think we're all speculating, we don't know really what happened. It may be been a pat on the back. Considering that, you may find probable cause. I would ask you to consider ROR, Your Honor.
Well, Your Honor, the difference is Mr. Romero is speculating by changing the words, saying he patted him on the back, when the actual words, which I think do give somewhat of a description used by the officers, he smacked him on the back.
Yeah, it does say he smacked him on the back twice with an open palm using his left hand.
That's open to interpretation. If someone comes up behind me, if I don't like somebody, I can describe it as a smack. But yet somebody looking at it objectively can describe it as a pat.
But then you have to take the context of the situation.
Hold on. Court's going to find probable cause. Okay, now, State, does he have any priors?
2006, possession of cocaine, resisting without violence. 05, cocaine, resisting without violence, strong arm robbery. 97, possession of cocaine. By the way, those three cases were all under different names also.
What was the last one, what year?
97, 22 and a half months state prison.
What, cocaine?
Yeah, possession. 96, delivery of cocaine, same sentence. Some more cocaine, 1990, burg dwelling, criminal mischief, cocaine, 94.
Okay. Mr. Fabarek, anything you want to say?
Judge, what I can tell the court is he's lived here all of his life. He has a common law wife. He has no money in the bank. He has a child that's 22, but a grandchild that he also takes care of and supports. He is currently working. He does powder cement. He makes the powder cement. He does have family members that live here in the area.
Okay. All right. So based on your criminal record, the facts of the case, I'm going to set your bond on count 1 at $1,500. Count 2, I'm going to set that bond at $100. I'm going to take off count 2, ROR count 2. Count 1's $1,500. Based on your criminal record, the facts of the case. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
Now, Jared Dawson. Dawson, you're the Army veteran, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
I spoke with Judge Merrigan, who's your judge over in Veterans Court.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm going to set your bond today at $2,500. And if you don't bond out, you'll see him in a few days, all right? Thank you.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Sir.
I gave the ASA in there his other case number so they can keep them both together.
Got it. Now, let's look at that state.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Fabarek, who do you have? Oh, you have the Spanish speaker. Anyone
Just
else?
Spanish. Spanish, that's it.
Okay.
No.
State on the,
30 days?
30 days. Which ones are they, and can we ROR?
I'll just go through, do you have the docket in front of you, or okay. Aiken filed. Atkinstall can be ROR'd on this count.
Good morning, Mr. Hurd.
McCumber can be ROR'd. I just asked if you're on to remind him that there's still a no victim contact order.
Okay.
Trotman is a second look. Doyle's been filed. Glasgow's the 32nd day. And there's one more in, Hector, what facility is the other guy in?
It was
I don't know that there's anything we need to do. I just asked if you can advise him not to have contact with the alleged victim. The charge is going to be declined, but it might not.
Sanders?
Yeah, that's why he was taken off the docket, because it's going to be declined, but I don't know if it's going to be later today, tomorrow. Do you... I know that, Hector. Do you have in your system saying what it was known for? That's why I'm just checking with the jail. If the jail doesn't have it yet, then he's not getting released. And
now, do you have the orders for Atkinstall and McCumber?
okay. Then we don't need to do anything on it. You can tell him and let him cut him loose then. Just tell him to cut him loose.
Yeah, I think that the jail can find his satisfied. I just got me no info because I'm looking at his charges and it looks like he's been updated.
As long as you guys have it, then we're all good.
So Jabali Sanders no longer needed.
Okay, may I see Atkinstall, Sean Atkinstall.
Hi, Your Honor.
I'm going to call you right now in just a moment, ma'am, right? Okay, Mr. Atkinstall, sir, you're going to be released on your own recognizance today on 15-6-1-75 CF10.
All right. Held on other stuff?
You're being held on other things, but on count 4, the possession of FLACA, PVP, you're being released ROR. All right? Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Hurd.
I'll be out in a few days.
What about Jeffrey McCumber Jr.?
All right, Your Honor.
Sir, on 15-6200 CF10, the motion to release you ROR will be granted today. You'll be released from custody shortly. I'm going to remind you that for the time being, not to have any contact with the alleged victim. Thank you. Now,
yes, sir.
Ma'am, you want to come on up? You were in here earlier, right?
Yes.
You under oath? Okay, so you're still under oath.
Yes.
I see Oswaldo Aosta Mania. Good afternoon, sir.
Buenas tardes, señor.
You are charged with trespassing.
Se le acusa de intrusión.
The police at the Hard Rock say that you've been told not to return.
La policía en el Hard Rock dicen que ustedes le han dicho que no regrese ahí.
However, they say you've gone back there.
Sin embargo, dicen que usted ha regresado ahí.
You've been arrested for trespassing in the past and theft.
Ha sido arrestado por intrusión y robo en el pasado.
Are you currently employed?
¿Está trabajando en el momento?
Yes.
Yes.
What type of work?
¿Qué tipo de trabajo?
Handyman.
¿Cómo?
Handyman.
Handyman.
Sir, your bond is $25.
Su fianza es $25.
Do not return.
No regrese
Seminole Hard Rock. Thank you.
al Seminole Hard Rock. Gracias.
There you go.
Okay. Thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
Yeah, I think
That's
that's
it?
it.
Okay. Thank you.
We're working on that right now.
You just meant no other case for the interpreter. Yeah. See, that's what your championship bunny's paying for. You know, new feathers. You know. That's a much better screensaver for you. What's up? We haven't gotten to them yet. Oh, we're not done. Relax a little. Why? What would have happened if we put those on? It's no big deal. Well, I gotta get coverage for that.
Okay, Cuevas Aiken, please.
Good morning, sir. Conti owner.
How you doing, Mr. Aiken?
Good morning, sir.
Hey there. Good afternoon. Sir, we're here for count 4 possession of PVP. And let me look here, Mr. Aiken. I'm looking here. It says the state of Florida filed an information, a formal charge on you, June 15th, 2015. And I'm going to look down here. It says state of Florida versus Cuevas, Janot Aiken, charged with 1 count of strong arm robbery. And then I'm going to look. That document was signed and sworn to by Alex Urella, State Attorney's Office, June 15th, 2015. Let me ask, do you have any objections to this, sir? Excuse me?
The information.
Oh, yeah, it's right here. It's on the computer.
No objection, Your Honor.
Now, Mr. Do we have an order for that? Thank you. Okay, Mr. Aiken.
Yes, sir.
Today, the motion to release you ROR will be denied. All previously set bond and release conditions shall remain in full force and effect. Thank you.
All right.
May I see, David Doyle? Where's David Doyle?
Doyle's North Broward. North Broward, Doyle.
Mr. Doyle, I'm looking here on your computer page here. It says that the State of Florida Prosecutor's Office filed a formal charge on you on June 12th, 2015. I'm looking here. It says the State of Florida versus David Jordan Doyle, charged with 1 count of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. I'm going to look on page 2. It says on page 2 that was signed and sworn to by Marcy Zakor, State Attorney's Office, June 12th, 2015. So, let me ask Mr. Sir, do you have any issues with this? No. Okay. So, I'm going to, on 15, 628, 3, CF10, the motion to release you on your own recognizance, Mr. Doyle, will be denied. All previously set bond and release conditions shall remain in full force and effect. Thank you, sir.
He'll be arraigned July 2nd before Judge Cohen.
You have an arraignment July 2nd, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. How about, what about Aaron? Missy Aaron Glasgow.
Time, Your Honor.
Just gonna, tomorrow, Your Honor.
So we're gonna reset your case for tomorrow afternoon. We brought you in a day early, all right? So we reset you for tomorrow. Thank you.
Yeah, wow.
And then how about Priscilla Trotman?
Should you guys verify?
Priscilla Trotman.
North Broward.
Uttering a four-tenths Trotman. Amber, how come you haven't bought it out yet?
I don't have, my mom passed away. I don't have any, my grandmother's in their 70s. I don't have anyone to come buy me out, sir. I'm on SSI.
How long have you lived down here in South Florida?
I've been here my whole life, sir, 33 years.
Where'd you go to high school?
South Plantation?
Great. Did you graduate?
No, sir.
No?
Unfortunately.
That's okay.
No, sir.
Did you get a GED?
I sought out my GED, sir, but I was unsuccessful with, I'm a single parent of 4.
Okay. How old are your children?
I have a 6-year-old, the twins just turned 8, and I have a 17-year-old, and I just became a grandmother of a 3-month-old.
Who's taking care of your children right now?
They're with their godparents and their aunt.
Okay. Give me a moment here. Does she have a criminal record?
I just see traffic stop. Patrice, I don't know if you have any notes in your record.
I haven't been in trouble since 2015, Your Honor.
Well, we are in 2015, right?
Yeah, that's not.
I haven't been in trouble. We're in 2015. I haven't been in trouble since 2012. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Okay, so she's been down this road before. Okay, so, and how long have you been in jail now?
I've been in jail a week and 3 days today.
How long?
A week and 3 days. I was arrested on the 5th, Your Honor.
Understand.
Yeah, this is just so you know, this is a filed case, Judge.
Is it?
Yeah, it was. She was picked up on a not in custody capias. Frankly, I don't know why she hasn't had an arraignment scheduled.
Ma'am, do you still live on Northwest 22nd Road?
See,
So I still live there? No, sir. I just recently moved from there.
Yeah, I have a different address on Odyssey.
Yeah. Which street is it?
9th Avenue?
Do you live on 9th Avenue now?
Yes, sir. In Pompano, 940 Northwest 9th Avenue in Pompano.
Well, actually, Judge, and I know you don't like to, but if she's gonna be released, I would want it. And she's given the address. I'd want to make sure that the court notice gets sent to the right address. So.
Hold on, I can.
Well, yeah, it's kind of out there.
Did she say the whole thing?
I'm looking at it. The address she gave you, that's what's in on Odyssey.
So, ma'am, I'm going to release you on your own recognizance today, all right?
Thank you, Judge Foley.
You have to come back to court. You're going to get notice in the mail, ma'am, all right?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Judge.
Yes, ma'am.
I got 2 misdemeanors.
Or radio, and you're not transmitted, please get back control.
Card, Your Honor.
Mr. Powell, you have a license suspended. Do you have a driver's record for him? Second looks. No, they used to bring me, there's something on the back of something.
There you go.
Okay, hold on. How come you haven't, oh, you have an ID card, you don't have a driver's license? In the ID card, you're a habitual offender. Fail to pay a traffic ticket. Driving in 2015, no driver's license. How come you haven't bought it out yet, sir?
Because I was waiting on, I have another case and I was trying to bond out, but at the same time I don't have it because I'm in between jobs, sir.
Right. I'm going to let this go to the division. Thank you, sir.
Wow.
Thank you. Now.
It's got Maxine Anderson.
Who's the next person here?
Maxine Anderson.
Maxine Anderson.
All right, Your Honor.
Hello, Miss Anderson.
She was being held on a $2,000 bond on count 2 for a capias for a theft from last year. It looks like she pled that out, so she's just being held on this new theft charge.
Okay. So she had a theft last year, right?
Yeah, it didn't show up in court.
Okay. Kim, how come you haven't bought it out of jail yet?
No money.
No money?
Yeah.
When was the last time you worked?
Me?
Yes, ma'am.
Last one? I do cleaning, couple, before I came here I do. Huh?
How long ago did you work?
I do a couple cleaning before I get, like 2 weeks before I get here.
When was the last time you worked?
Was a month. I was doing some cleaning.
A month, okay. $296 from the sales rack.
Okay, Thomas.
Hold on, please.
Uncle Thomas.
What is this? Goodbye.
Do you still live
I feel special.
on 4th Street in Hallidale?
No, I live in Hollywood. 701 Top.
That's the address. I don't know why they put this in. Just look at another document here real quick. What do you think, Patrice? She has a Hallidale address. She's got a prior theft.
Go ahead.
Yeah. What? Ma'am, I'm going to release you on your own recognizance. You have to go to pretrial release tomorrow, downtown Fort Lauderdale. They'll give you a map right there. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay. Ma'am, tomorrow when you go to pretrial release in downtown Fort Lauderdale, it's right next to the courthouse. You also have to go to the clerk of the court and update your address because they're not going to send your mail to the right address. So go to pretrial first, walk across the street, go to the clerk's office on the first floor, and go in and fill out a change of address form, all right?
Yes.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
All right, I'm at the Rivera.
Let me see. Does that wrap everyone?
She escapes.
Is that a wrap?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
such a pleasant
Okay,
question.
everyone, thank you very much. That was a pretty smooth docket. We'll see everyone back here tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. sharp. Until then, we're out from 2:35. Thank you.